Happy Self-Love Sunday. I hope that you're doing well. I hope that your journeys are going well. I am Sass, the host of Self-Love Sundays with Sass. And yes, it can get a little sassy around here. And yes, it is my last name. People still ask me that, believe it or not. Um, I want to welcome anyone who's new. Like I said last week, I had people from Russia and, more. I picked up more in the UK, and I think it's a beautiful thing. I really hope that people are enjoying my content. But even more, I hope that you reach out to me and take advantage of my current February, because it's Love Month and my favorite month, and also Black History Month. I'm running a 1 and 3 month life coaching package. We meet every single week. I help you take yourself on. I like to say, and my famous statement is that it takes a village to heal, love, and raise a child. And I consider all of us children of the universe. So I like to say that I am an aid in the village that helps you walk along your journey to become unstuck so that you can live the life that you so desperately desire in whatever area that is, right? Whether it's relationship, finances. And then when I say relationships, I'm talking all, right? Whether you're a mom, want to be a better sister, brother, better on your job, all of that is encompassed in relationships, and not just, partnerships, right? So we would meet every single week where for an hour call where I literally help you dive deep into what area you're stuck in, because we really focus you down on some goals that you want to achieve and help you become unstuck. And it's really a beautiful thing to watch people transform their lives. I work with a lot of women, and it's just to watch them from the day we start until the day it ends. It's just a beautiful thing. And for all that you get, and I only mentioned a few things, trust and believe this special is nothing compared to what you're going to get when you come and sit with me one-on-one. So I do hope that while you're enjoying my content, you reach out to me. And even if you want to ask questions about it, which you should absolutely interview a life coach, please do. mosassfitness@gmail.com. MOESASS fitness@gmail.com. So let's get into it today. I really want to come and have this conversation because being a life coach, I get a lot of questions in terms of my life, right? How I do things. And I always like to tell people this one thing. When you come to sit with a life coach, we are not your damn gurus. I love Tony Robbins for saying that, but he's not the only person that said that. I happen to read a lot of books, and you'll hear that there's a lot of titles about that, especially from people who consider themselves healers. And right now, I believe that healers are needed for the collective. It's really our time, and this is really why I do what I do. And I hope that people understand everything that's going on now in the world. We need more healers. We need more love. And people are not stepping into their light, and they're not stepping up because they're clouded. This is what I do. I really help you become unstuck. And a lot of times what that does is it opens you up to your purpose, because most times our purpose is already there. My purpose was already there before I really discovered what it was. It's that thing that you truly love to do, and you do it at ease. The way I love on, women and even men, because I did have some men clients before, that came with ease. Everybody can't do that. And a lot of people can't tap into it because they're so blocked by all the negative energy or just the things that's going on with themselves in general to even see their gifts. But I'm telling you right now, it is your time. So I don't care if you listen to me or someone else, if you feel that calling to reach out because you want to dig deep, you want to tap more into your purpose, you want to give back to this world, because if you believe that we are here just to be greedy and just to be takers and just to have all this materialistic stuff, we really need to talk. There is a purpose for each and every one of us, and there is something we are supposed to give back to this earth. There is something that we're supposed to leave here. And the saddest reality of life, and I've said it many times, the richest place on earth right now is the cemetery. So many people, their books died with them, their dreams died with them. I mean, big things died with them, all because they were either afraid or they had people in their lives that told them that they weren't something, or they just didn't believe in themselves. But when you come to me and we come to work on things, you're not coming to do it my way. You're not coming for me to say I'm right and you're wrong. You're coming so I can teach you how to trust that thing on the inside of you. Because first of all, I don't believe that we can ever truly make wrong turns in life. Everything is a lesson, and it should be building blocks to help you grow up and become and get better and better and better. But so many times and so often, I watch people, you can really see it, right? They are spend so much time. You ever notice people? They're fixing their house. They're always doing something new in their house. Oh, kitchen is beautiful, right? Bathrooms are beautiful. Nope, just change. Just consistent, never happy, right? And it's funny, Solange had a song, right? I tried to sex it away. So what, I can't sing, whatever. But I love that song because it's so true. We develop these habits. We try to change. We change our hair. We go to the gym. We change our bodies. We're in the kitchen. We're eating, obsessively. We're doing everything but truly dealing with our inner stuff. You can fix everything around you, but you are never going to be happy until you dig into yourself. And that's what I teach you to do. Go in there, develop tools, because listen, life happens to me all the time. It's funny because I was reading this book. It's by, and I really love him. His name is Shaman Durek. It's called Spirit Hacking. And it's funny because he made this statement and he goes, he was talking about putting shamans on pedestals. I feel the same way about anybody, a life coach, pastor, whomever. So many times we put these people, on pedestals. And I'm gonna tell you what, if you're gonna put me on a pedestal, I want you to perch up right next to me so I can look across at you so we can work on and see things eye to eye. I'm never gonna look down. Because I sit in this chair, because I found out what my purpose was a little bit early, doesn't make me better. We are really eye to eye. It's just that not you, not I, but you just need to go in there and work on those things so you can pull it out of you. But a lot of times, it's the thought patterns, right? And when we talk about, the guru, not being someone's guru, and people who don't really realize that you have to really see things for yourself. I can point out all day long, the things I see in you, right? Or just point out things in general. But until you really see them for yourself, you don't get it. And they talk about, listen, I don't care whether you read the Bible. I talk to you guys about this all the time, right? It's not, I don't care what you call your God. I've read every single book. From Abraham Hicks talking Law of Attraction, all these books, they talk about similar things, right? So in the Bible, I'm literally was reading about, Jesus and the Samaritan woman, and when the Samaritans began to believe, right? They didn't believe, right? John 4, verse 42. All right, I'm not going to read it word for word because I have to, I interpret it my way. But they believed because they heard it for themselves, not because of what she told them. Because that's the truth. Most times people can tell you anything, but it's not until you take yourself on. It is not until you dig deep for yourself and inside yourself that you truly can see the things that others may tell you. I tell people all the time about their special gifts. They don't see it until we sit down and we do the work. And it's like, wow, right? And it opens up chambers and doors. And sometimes, now if you want to be honest, right? Sometimes people are not self-aware at all. And that's another thing that this work does for you. Let me tell you something about self-awareness. Self-awareness requires you listening to things that you don't want to accept. Because a lot of times things are happening around us and we're trying to fix everybody else and all these external circumstances. But the common denominator in all of that is you. Think about that. The common denominator in all of it is you. And self-awareness also requires you admitting that you're wrong. But I'll tell you what, all of this work is truly a mindset It also teaches you positivity, right? Because you have to learn how to combat the negative thoughts. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he, right? How you think about yourself. Oh, but it gets a little bit deeper. It's not just as a man thinketh, right? It's not just mind over matter. It's mouth over matter. Come on, somebody today. What you say out your mouth. It's not just what you feel. It's not just what you think. It's what you speak. But doing this work pulls all that together for you. Now, I'm not sitting up here claiming that sitting with me for 1 to 3 months is going to totally change your life as soon as you walk out. No, it requires work. But here's the other thing about the package that I offer. Just because you leave me after the 1 to 3 months, we're not done yet, honey. Oh, I'll follow up. Because the thing is, generally people are really gung-ho in the beginning. In about 6 months, they like to fall off. I'll be there to see where you are, to make sure you're still continuing your journey. And if you're not, why, and what do we need to do to get you back on that journey? But if you want things out of life, right? You want a better career. You want to be a better mom. You want to be a better wife. Here's the thing. Let's back it all the way up. You want better relationships. You want financial freedom. You want all these things. And you think it doesn't start with you? Oh, let me help somebody today. Did you not realize that you are free to choose the direction in your life, in the direction of your own thoughts? It's you. Okay, you have a choice to change those things. You have a choice to do something about your life. It starts with you. And you know something else I love? People always talk about all the change they want to see in the world. Oh, they wish this was better. Oh, they wish that was better. Oh, the government should be better. You know what I hear? Again, that person should be better. This person should be doing something different. And is that really the case, or should it be you? It's so easy to look outside ourselves and say what everybody else should be doing. But what should you be doing? You're just getting busy. I love that. Oh my, listen, girlfriends, just getting busy all over the place. And you know what's happening? Because I was talking to a friend, and I was actually talking to her daughter, whom I love. She's so beautiful. And I listened to this little girl, and we were talking about what she wanted to do in college, or what she wanted to do, whether she was going to school or not. And she's talented. And when I say talented, like she's an artist, she's a creative. I mean, she does amazing things with baked goods, as well as like all sorts of artistic things. Do you know, I listened to this little girl say she really didn't know what she wanted to do because she suffers with perfectionism, essentially, is what it was, right? When you really can't get your work out because you're so busy trying to make it perfect, why are you doing that? You're doing it to try to avoid criticism. And then I'm sitting up here and I'm telling this little girl, like, are you kidding me? Like she's done some artwork for real that I'm telling you, you could have been going to an art gallery tomorrow, and probably a painting probably would sell like for $500. That's how good she is. And she was looking like couldn't even take the love in. And you know something, parents? I'm coming for you today. Just like I had to come for myself. We sit up here and it's like, I can hear mom, would I tell her she's talented all the time? And I tell her she's beautiful all the time. And I tell her I love her all the time. But what do you show her? That you don't love yourself, that you don't take love in, that you don't value all your special gifts. But you think because you tell them, we're the gatekeepers. You can say what you want, but what are you doing? Just like I knew this family and his dad, and he was overweight, he was obese, but he would always yell at his daughter and belittle her, right? You need to eat better. But you just literally went and ordered the extra large meal from the McDonald's window. Because it's not about your size, right? Because we all come in different sizes and packages. It's about what you put in your body, right? So how It's amazing. But that's his fear, right? I don't really want her to be like me because I don't like myself. So I'm going to project it to her in this way. And if I say it to her this way, then maybe she'll do something about it. No, all you're doing is beating her down, lowering her self-esteem, lowering her self-worth. So when that boy comes along in her life and tells her that she's pretty, oh, she's going to be looking for love in all the wrong places. And it's like, we can't tell these kids. And yes, you think about the new millennials today. My kids say things to me I wouldn't even dare say to my mother. So are they a little bit more ballsy? Yes, but I think each generation gets that way. But at the end of the day, they're speaking their emotions and they're telling us how they're feeling. But a lot of times we're not even listening. When I say we listen, I have broken myself down. I've put myself through rigorous trainings to work on that so my kids can see that if you work on yourself, and here's the thing, I mean, I don't say that I fixed myself because I don't feel like I was broken. I feel like I was going through the levels of life, and there was a lot of things that happened to me that wasn't my fault, but it was my responsibility to fix them. So I've been working on fixing the things, right, to heal myself. I don't say that I'm some broken individual. But that's where it starts to do. I really want every single person, whether you're a parent or not, to get a white sheet of paper. Seriously, like no BS. I have a little piece of paper and I just want to show you. I'm going to pull it up. And for those of you who are on the podcast and you're only listening, what I'm doing is I'm pulling out a sheet of paper, just any old sheet of paper. And I want you to take a pen and draw a circle in the middle of it and put your name. And then I want you to take lines, right? If you're a parent, put a line for each kid and put their name on it. If you don't have children, put your mother, your father, if they're living, your sisters, your brother, just branch it out, right? And just think about it from this perspective. If you worked on you, if you worked to better your best, if you worked on healing your past trauma, if you worked on understanding that all that stuff wasn't your fault, but you need to work on forgiveness because forgiveness is not about the other person, it's about you so you can free yourself. If you realize that you're truly not walking in your authentic self, and people swear they're showing up real, and it's not true, because showing up real means I accept the whole of me. The whole of me means not just the part that's so cute and everybody loves, but that dirty part, that nasty part that nobody sees, that secret that lies in you. When you can embrace all of who you are. That's showing up with your authentic self. When you can be vulnerable, when you're free. When you do that, whether they tell you or not, it affects every single person that you touch. So if you want to change the world, put yourself in the middle of the paper, put people's names on there, and realize when I touch, because I can put my daughter Kimora, my daughter Alexis, my son Antoine, my son Cameron, Ashley, right? And my granddaughter. I touch every single one of them. Whether they tell me or not, it's not what they say, it's what they mimic, right? So if I affect them, then I affect their lineage. Do you understand me? So this is huge. And this is just in your house. But that's what you need to do. Get in your house and get out of that person next door to your house. Stop gossiping about other people. Fix your stuff. And I'm telling you, I'm talking from a person who gossiped. And I'm talking about not that long ago. But I had to realize, what am I doing? How am I about woman empowerment and I'm tearing another woman down? And let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm just speaking facts. I love Michelle Obama. Love her to death. But how can I be about women empowerment and I tear down Melania? That's another woman who, I don't care what you say and who she married. She worked hard to become a model. Whatever she did that. It's not easy to do her job. I couldn't walk in and be nobody model just like that. She couldn't walk in and do my job. Okay? I can't walk in her purpose no more than she can walk into mine. But we tore her down to put another person up. How, Sway? How does that work? That's not what that is. But you're really putting other women down because you're dealing with your own stuff. And it's time for us to stop with everybody else around us. Want everybody else to change. It starts with you. I know that the work that I'm doing for the people who are in my life at this moment in time, those who've been around for a long time, they get to see my spiritual growth. I am not religious by any means. I believe in God and the universe and yes, Jesus Christ. I'm not good. Listen, I'm not faking that for nobody. But I don't follow rules and rituals, and I don't believe that he's a punishing in the like just a horrible God that people make him out to be. That's what becoming spiritual means. It means finding your own rule. I read the Bible every day myself. No longer listen to what I'm being told. Remember what I told you about the Samaritans' belief, right? Because it wasn't about what they were told, it's about what they got to experience for themselves. So if get away from that. Stop using that as an excuse not to go to not to have any sort of spirituality too. Listen, I'll keep telling you guys, it wasn't your fault what happened to you, because I grew up one of those Bible Belt children too. Not your fault, and I know you were introduced to faith maybe in a way that you didn't like, but that has nothing to do with you not tapping into your higher source now. I don't care what that higher source is. It can be Allah. I don't care. I don't use spirituality is not a separate thing. That's the difference with religion. I don't look at us as separate beings. I think that we all have individual gifts, and we should embrace that. Embrace the differences, but not choose one like mine is better than you. I don't care what you believe in, as long as you understand there's something higher than you. And as long as you understand that something can help you on your journey. So when you're down, you can pull upon that to help build you up, and so you can have faith and hope to know that it's going to be a better day. I'm listening to people talking about some of their best days are behind them. Are you serious? How? You have a chance to be better every single day. And if you don't know it and you can't get past it, that's when you reach out to a life coach. And I'm going to tell you, I had one woman who we talked, and we realized that she really was in a deep depression. So, of course, I referred her out to a therapist. That's why you have to get somebody honest and true, too, that's not going to pretend to take you on and go outside the realms of what they are certified to do, right? Because there are some people that do suffer from some deep things, and they do need to go see a therapist, as opposed to somebody just kind of stuck in their mundane ways, or really can't see past certain things. So to get their life they want, it's not really deep wounded trauma, right? So that's a complete different thing. But if you feel a calling to this, if you are watching me and my words are pulling you, trust yourself enough to know that means I need to reach out. It's a calling on you to tell you you may need some help. And that's the other thing. Can we talk about that a little bit? We all need help. Hello, somebody. We were not put here to do it alone. We cannot do it alone. You can't run a business by yourself. You can't run a household by yourself. It takes a damn village. We have gotten away from that as a people. But it's the truth, because we don't trust, but it's because we don't trust ourselves. But when you walk through this door, honey, and when I talk about the door, I'm talking about when you walk in this door, it's a soul-to-soul connection for me. Oh yes, you see my crystals, and I'm surrounded by them, baby. It's a soul-to-soul connection. That's what we work on. Connecting you back to community. Finding your purpose. And like, your purpose really finds you once you really start doing your work, just to be honest with you. Healing things. Stop just talking, walking the walk, so your kids can see you. I don't care what age you are. Stop thinking your life is past you. I don't care if you're 60 and listen to this. You have a chance to better your best. I'd rather look at my 60-year-old mother, 65-year-old, 80-year-old grandmother, and see them still striving to be better and better in their best, than to say my best days are past me. Are you serious? That's no hope. So you're going to be what? The living dead? So join the cemetery of people who all their gifts, all their special things, because they think their time is past them, is there? That's not what we're striving for, nor should we. So if it's your time, and if you feel like you're a healer, it is your time. Tap into that. Reach out to me. mosassfitness@gmail.com. I hope you have a beautiful, most amazing day in love. Not because you get to, not because you choose to, but because you're blessed. Till my loves. I love you.